chekwaba m n'ịbụ ọga m ọma eze Jizọs gọzibe m chekwaba m n'ịbụ ọga m ọma eze Jesus. Wonderful. And many of us can translate it. Bless me and protect me. And for those who know the song, you don't even know where we're supposed to go to. And the other one says, back to send Abungajepere. No, we are keeping it here. And it's for a purpose. I believe that our singers can extend it and get it right. But there is a reason. Because there is something we don't even know. Gozibem chekwabam. Yet, without the protection, there will be no provision. It's only when you are protected that you can be able to record provision in your life. And that is also where we know, without you staying alive, you cannot receive blessing. Today is the 4th day of our 9 midnight of miracle. And then we have been praying, if I'm not mistaken, that God should bless us, blessing us in full. But one thing we know is that if we are not alive, we cannot receive that blessing. And that is why we hear today in the first reading, Jeremiah crying out, there is terror on every side. It's just like saying, Jeremiah 20, and she is declaring that there is trouble everywhere, that there is fire on the mountain. That is actually what he's saying. Verse 10 of Jeremiah 20, there is terror on every side. But do you know my consolation? It comes to say, but God is on my side. There is terror every side. Watch the word is direct from our missa, our lectionary. There is terror from every side, but God is on my side. There is terror on every side. Not that there is terror on my side, but there is terror on every side. Wherever I am standing, there is actually terror. But one good thing is that God is on my side. And that is why Jesus says today in Matthew chapter 10, wonderful that we hear, verse 26, fear no man. Because the problem is men and women. Yesterday we prayed, I reject you, Satan. I renounce you, Satan. Today we are praying, arrest the attackers. I know that yesterday we prayed, we made distinction between attack and arrow. And we are talking about Satan. These things can come in different ways. We are no longer praying as we prayed yesterday. I renounce Satan. I reject Satan. The attack of Satan is different from the attackers we are talking. Jesus says today, Matthew chapter 10 verse 26, fear not men. Do not fear men. Because problem is from men and women. And we know it, and that is the problem. And that's why Psalm 124 says that, if God is not on our side, men and women could have suffered. If God is not on our side, they could have swallowed us alive. It is the word of the Bible. It's not Father Leo talking. They could have swallowed us alive. And the Bible, the psalmist now said, blessed be the Lord who did not allow us a prey to their teeth. But they will not see us. Are you not staying in Oyo State? You saw what is happening. Somebody told me that from the grapevine, from these terrorists, that they decided to attack Oyo State to prove a point, the center of the Yorubas. Because we talk about terrorism, about Boko Haram, we say, I beg, let it continue happening in the north. But for them to, and for those who are staying in Oyo State, it happened around Obomosho. But throughout that week and everything, Ibadan town was hot. People living in Ibadan, we know where they call Idu Anyure. That's Green Cocoa Research Institute. They went into a small house and kidnapped all the family members. Did you not hear? We have a priest that is there, is working there. It's in the news. This one is not. Are you sure of what you are saying? Within when this kidnapping was happening at Obomosho and many other people, what they were trying to tell you that there is nowhere, no hiding place. Jesus consoles us today. Fear not men. Fear those who think they can kill the body, but they cannot kill soul. What matters is that the strand on your hair is counted.